Hello everyone, welcome back! Here is the video that I mentioned in the previous video that I just posted. I know I said that I would post a short, but you're only allowed so much time with a short, and there is so much good information that I want to share with you from this book, I Am Fetus, as well as some other resources, so stick around. First, I'm going to read what's on the back of this book because I believe it gives a great explanation as to what this book is about, what you can expect to find in it, and it also gives a small description of the author of this book. You can read along with me. I Am Fetus. I Am Fetus is a riveting and timely literary work which features a fetus making the appeal to end the abortion procedure and choose life. A relevant read, it addresses the biblical worldview on the conception and end stages of life for all human beings. This book was written by Rosemary Cole. She is a self-published author of 7 books, including The Playground Bully. She's a wife, a mother of 3, and a grandmother. She lives in Florida. So I have read this book, and the most captivating concept to me was the unique inspiration the author received from God to write this book from the perspective of the unborn child. How often do you see that? That's amazing. Let's take a look at the table of contents together from a preview of this book that is on Amazon. So chapter 1 talks about the love story of the fetus's parents. I find this to be very interesting at the beginning of the book because it gives a little bit of history as to how this fetus came into the world. And what I really loved about it, I won't go into detail because I want you to read it yourself, but I love that the story made it clear that intimacy is ordained by God. It's a beautiful thing within the context of marriage between one man and one woman as God has it to be. It also alludes to the fact that childbearing is a blessing and not a burden. Chapter 2 talks about infertility and walks you through the process of what it may look like for some women who experience this. Chapters 3 to 5 talk about the trimesters of pregnancy. Chapter 6 introduces the strong topic of abortion. Chapter 7 presents the biblical worldview. Chapter 8 talks about the ugly side of abortion. Chapter 9 is a charge to choose life. Chapters 10 and 11 covers global issues. Chapters 12 and 13 talks about parenting, the skill sets that you will need, and also how to effectively use them in this culture. Chapter 14 talks about the legacy of the fetus, of whose perspective this book was written. Chapter 15 talks about the care of the elderly from the fetus's perspective. And chapter 16, my personal favorite, which title is Words of Appreciation. And just as it says, it talks about words of appreciation. What type of appreciation? That I will not tell you. You have to read the book to find out. In a world where misinformation is very popular information, we need to have resources that we can rely on, and this book is a very reliable resource. Life is such a gift and a blessing from God. I'm very passionate about this because God has given us life, and His will is to give us life more abundantly. The devil's will is to destroy life, and so we have to stand for what the Lord stands for. I encourage you to purchase the book, if not for yourself, for somebody else. If you're pregnant or expecting, or you know someone who is pregnant, expecting, wanting to be a mother, is a grandmother, an aunt, a niece, a sister, a cousin, get the book for them. It is available in both English and Spanish. Isn't that wonderful? And I will link in the description box below where both or either can be purchased. If you do happen to purchase the book, let me know what you think, especially after reading my favorite chapter. And as I promised, there are some Instagram accounts that I have found that I have grown to love so far based on what I've seen. It lists very important and helpful resources and information that you can use to help you to stand for life. Those will be linked in the description box. God bless you.